what are your options when you're having issues with your siding? I'm Corey Goetz. This is Dave Shelton. We're with UHQ Construction. So what are the options? So there's like three main options when you're having issues with your siding, okay? So we're going to talk about that here in a second. Basically, you do nothing, repair, or replace. If we want to make it as simple as possible, we'll dig in a little bit deeper. It's really common. A lot of homeowners here in central Indiana have issues with their siding from time to time. Maybe it's due to the age of the home, storm damage, things of those nature. Some of the common things would be rotten wood.
Yep. Woodpecker holes, leaks.
Yeah, leaks, peeling paint, missing siding. Siding blows off with the wind, or just age,
Or hail damage.
or bad installation.
See that quite a bit.
Yeah. And then you may have like old vinyl siding that's like brittle or faded, algae covered siding that like it's been on there so long you can't get the algae off of it anymore.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it happens from time to time. So lots of reasons why people may have issues with their siding. So option number one, people, you're going to think this sounds crazy, but like all too many times, this is what people choose. They do nothing.
Yes.
Right. So
Isn't it more than half the times?
yeah, I mean, it probably is. It is the least expensive.
That's it. You're saving, well, for the moment you are.
Yeah. Least expensive option, do nothing. Right. And so like, why does that happen though? Right. Like we say, like this happens more than people would think. Unless you've gotten quotes on siding before, and then you may know exactly why this happens, right? Like there's the overwhelm. Like most people are going to try to get like multiple estimates. They get like 3 estimates, maybe 8 or 10 estimates. We've seen.
You might get estimates from 3 companies and end up with, 10, 15 estimates total.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it just becomes overwhelming. Like I have all these options. I'm not sure what to choose. I want the one with the lowest price, but I want the highest quality. And those are 2 different estimates. And it becomes kind of like jarring.
Yeah. I mean, who among us is a siding expert besides people who actually sell and install siding?
Yeah, absolutely. And so like, one of the challenges of not doing anything for your siding is
Problems are only going to get worse.
they're going to get worse. Like we see it, like we get people like, hey, I'm thinking about it. Sometimes the reason people don't do it is because of the price, right? Like it's just not in the budget. Got to figure out if we're going to get a loan. We do offer financing to our customers. But some people got to figure out like how they're going to pay for it. And so sometimes you got to put it off for a little bit.
Yeah.
To figure out how much it's going to cost.
But what are you risking when you do that?
I mean, if you're asking me, you're risking paying more money later due to inflation, right? A lot of people get this confused. Like during COVID, like the price of lumber went up and then it came back down.
Yeah.
There was still inflation. I mean, we were buying sheets of OSB for like $8 a sheet before COVID. COVID happened. We paid as much as like $60 a sheet.
I got to 65.
And even now, like it fluctuates around $17 to $20 a sheet.
Yeah.
So the price of a sheet of OSB has doubled in 5 years.
And that's more of a commodity.
And that's a commodity, right?
Yeah.
When you talk about siding that's manufactured by publicly traded companies like James Hardie, CertainTeed, or windows like Anderson Windows, Owens Corning Roofing, those are not commodities. When that inflation happens, they increase their prices typically 3 to 8% a year.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do that, those prices never come back down again.
No.
And during COVID, they were doing like multiple increases in a year.
Yeah.
And so people ask us all the time, like, Corey, who's your biggest competition? And I tell them like, Time's the biggest competition. Somebody calls us one year and they ask for a quote on their siding or the roofing, windows, gutters, whatever it is. And we give them a quote and they call us back next year and they go, I'm ready. And I go, great, let me adjust your estimate based off the new pricing. They go, what new pricing? Well, we got a price increase from our manufacturers. And, we have to continue to pay our employees and crews more over time too, because the cost of living's going up.
Yeah.
And so then we send it back over and they go, oh, okay, well, I'm still ready to go, but I wasn't expecting the price to go up, And so we do our best.
I try to tell everyone I speak to when we expect price increase.
Yeah, we do try to be very clear. Our estimates are good for 30 days. Unless they're around a price increase time, if price increase happens, but we typically know when those are coming. We let people know, hey, you're going to want to buy, like typically before the end of the year.
Yes.
That's generally the best time to lock in the price for the next year. Usually we'll like lower deposits that people are required to help it make it as affordable as possible for them. But yeah, prices go up. So if you do nothing, things can get worse and it can cost more later. So option number 2, when you're having issues with your siding,
Repair.
we do a repair.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So repairs are better than doing nothing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's due to the budget. That's what people do. They say, hey, I'm going to do a repair. I don't have the money to replace all my siding. I just want to kind of temporarily.
And we're happy
fix
to
it.
quote it that way. And, a lot of people will do one portion of their siding, like the actual siding and trim, and then they'll do their soffits, fascias, gutters, and another project a year later, 2 years later, whatever it is.
Absolutely. We do siding repairs, just so you know. So if you need a siding repair, give us a call. Ultimately, siding repairs, when you're having issues with your siding, can cost more long-term than short-term. So we do try to be upfront with people about that, especially if like your siding's older, like 20 or 30-year-old siding, like it's at the end of its life. So if you start doing repairs there, it's like having a car that you drive every day and it's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you got a 20-year-old car that you drive every single day, there's maintenance on it, right? Like the shock's got to be replaced. The brakes are going to have to be replaced. Like you're going to have to get fuel filters, right? Like, yeah, there's the oil changes, but there's maintenance on it. We're like a new car. If you buy a new car, I mean, there's going to be the oil changes, but you don't have to replace the brakes all the time. Like, yeah, there's going to be a period of time and you're going to have to do it. But new cars, you're going to have a bit of a payment with them, but you're going to have less maintenance.
Yeah, you're starting from a baseline of new.
Yeah, 100%. So it's the same thing with siding. Like if you're going to try to maintain 20 or 30-year-old siding, it's going to cost more long-term trying to maintain that than it would to just replace your siding.
And just like with car repairs, the repair is never going to be as good as a brand new component.
Oh, 100%, right? And so typically with siding, like repairs only last a few years.
Yeah, and then usually you're trying to paint to match, and paint 4 to 7 years at most.
Yeah. Sometimes repairs don't look that great.
Yeah, they never look as good as replacing it.
Yeah, like fitting in some like wood siding where something else is, like it never matches up quite the same.
We have this neighborhood in Carmel where the people who live there keep on asking us to do repair, and they discontinued the siding because it was a class action lawsuit.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, and one thing we don't want you to do, don't paint your vinyl siding.
Yes, under no circumstance.
Yeah, we're not a fan of that. Like vinyl is a thermoplastic. It expands and contracts with the temperature. So it makes it really hard for paint to stick. I remember the Sherwin-Williams rep called me like 6 or 7 years ago and they go, hey, what kind of paint do you use when you're painting vinyl siding? I say, we don't paint vinyl siding. It's a thermoplastic, expands and contracts. The paint will never stick. He goes, oh, no wonder we're having so many issues with these paint jobs that contractors are doing on vinyl siding.
Yeah.
Now they have a paint that's engineered for vinyl siding.
Still wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, well, we've seen too many houses, especially when they paint them dark colors.
Oh yeah.
The dark color absorbs the heat and like warps the panel, disfigures it, melts it. So don't do that. But repairs are possible. Good way to kind of kick it down the road. I think always thing you want to consider when you're thinking about repairs is how old is all of this siding on my house? At what point am I going to need to replace this?
But feel free to call us and have us come out and look at it. There's no project too small that we won't quote.
100%. 100%. And then option number 3, right? This is typically the best option for older homes, which is a full replacement. Or if you get a bad install, I mean, we see these too where it's not that old. But, homeowners choose this option. They want to replace it for 3 main reasons. I want it to look good. I want it to be durable. And I don't want to have to do anything to it later, right? Which isn't 100% realistic. Everything has maintenance, but you can get a lot lower maintenance with a newer product.
And also get everything on the same maintenance cycle. So you're not having one part breaking down while the rest of it's still in good shape.
Yeah, 100%. So on the design side of it, I mean, look, I don't know anybody that owns a home that doesn't take pride in their home, right? Like, this is my home. I'm proud of it. It's typically people's largest investment. It's a reflection of who we are. When we look at like our house, our siding, our roof, our windows, our gutters, like, it's a reflection of who we are. So like when we get home, it's nice to pull up to a house that like the siding's not falling off or rotten or woodpeckers or, you know,
or it just has a good design, looks good.
Yeah. So we want it to look good. Also, like, if you're going to have your family, your friends, your coworker, again, representation of who you are. Our customers say, I want my house to look good. I want it to look good when I get home. I want it to look good when I have friends and family over for Thanksgiving and Christmas and the cookouts and whatever it is, birthday parties. They want it to look good.
Yeah. And a lot of times people have a design in mind. You know, they buy a home already that already looks a certain way, and they have a design in mind that they want to change it to. And replacing your siding is typically the only way to change the design.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Other thing people really are big about when they're getting new siding is, I want it to be durable, right? Like, I want it to hold up. Like in central Indiana, we have hail, high winds. We have a freeze thaw cycle. So like, our climate has some challenges to it. And you know, if you've got like drafty walls, I know that sounds crazy, but like, especially a lot of these vinyl houses, like the wind will blow right around the vinyl siding.
Or you can just hear it rattling against the wall.
Rattling against the wall too. So like, you know, people want a durable product. They want something that's going to last, and like, woodpeckers aren't going to peck it. Bugs aren't going to eat it, right? Like, I think woodpeckers are one of our top salespeople.
The top salesperson.
Yeah. Woody Woodpecker works for UHQ Construction. But seriously, I mean, that's one of the main reasons people buy hardy siding from us is woodpeckers won't peck it. Bugs won't eat it. It comes with a warranty, class 4 impact rated. Some insurance companies will offer discounts for that. It's a great product.
Yeah. And, you know, we specialize in the Color Plus, which comes pre-finished, lowers the maintenance.
Which is the next reason, right? Like, people want low maintenance when they buy, when they're looking at, hey, what are my options when I do my siding? I don't want to have to keep doing things to it, right? Like, I want it pre-painted. Yeah. Like, who goes and buys a brand new car and is like, I'm going to paint it in my driveway to save some money, right? Like,
it certainly won't be less expensive, and it certainly won't look as good as if they painted it in the factory.
Yeah, it's just not going to last as long. In the factory, they got the climate control, the multiple coat process. With James Hardie, they bake it onto the product, so it's like cooked in multiple coats.
And it's super consistent. Like, you compare a primed and painted job next to a pre-finished job, and you're going to see the difference.
Yeah, and I think a lot of customers, it's like, when they're looking at it, it's like, I want low maintenance. Like, I don't want to have to keep putting time and money into fixing my siding year after year after year after year after year. And you see it a lot in the homeowners who've owned homes for multiple years, or maybe they've been a homeowner. Maybe like the home they're in isn't like the house they've lived in for more than a couple of years, but like, they've owned multiple homes and they're like, I don't want to have to keep fixing this siding all the time. Like, I'd like to enjoy my weekend golfing or with my kids or with my family, things like that. And they don't want to be spending all their time and their money.
And also, they don't want to get on ladders anymore.
Oh,
I hear that a lot.
Oh, it's so dangerous. So dangerous. If you are getting on a ladder, public service announcement, there should be somebody there holding that ladder for you. Yes. You should not be getting up there alone. But we digress. So 3 options when you're looking at replacing your siding. If you've got siding issues, you can do nothing, you can repair, or you can select a trusted professional to install a low maintenance product. If that's something you're interested in, that's why a lot of customers call us. UHQ Construction stands for unrushed, honest quality. We don't do any high pressure sales. You can call us 317-884-3140. We can come out, give you a free estimate on your project. Check out our website, unrushedhonestquality.com. We've got customer testimonials on there.
Pictures of houses we've done.
Pictures of houses that we've done, featured projects. You can check out our YouTube channel, Facebook. But yeah, you know, if you want a quote in Central Indiana, give us a call. We go up to 60 miles outside of 465, about in that area. If you're not sure if you're in our service area, give us a call. We'll let you know. Happy to talk you through that. But yeah, if you like this video, thanks for watching. We appreciate you taking the time to watch. You can click the thumbs up, give us a like. You can subscribe to our channel. We try to put out as much content as we can. And yeah, check us out. We appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.